The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
Of course, after match day 15, the Premier League it's getting more interesting. The league leaders Arsenal actually didn't come out victorious at the weekend. It's another interesting episode of the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure. You know, of course, are the biggest and the most reliable sport prediction platform you can find anywhere in the world. I am FM Karik and also the usual suspect, Kaka. Kaka, what a weekend.
Yeah, so the weekend we had was fantastic, and it's great to see the competitive nature of the Premier League coming into life. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for Arsenal, they dropped the all 3 points, and it's just a two gap between them and Manchester City at this point. I mean, it's just
The race is getting more intense.
I mean, I think it's good for the league.
Because it is very good for the league. Guys, before we dive straight into it, let's see the result of our prediction from last weekend. And of course, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also put on the notification button to get interesting content from us whenever it drops. And also, don't forget to log on to www.betinsured.com. And that is the jackpot for the end of the year. Straight into business for today, Kaka. The first game we'll be looking at is the game between the league leaders. Talking about Arsenal versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. So Wolverhampton will be making a trip to the Emirates.
Yeah, and Wolverhampton Wanderers at this point, I think,
they actually won.
I mean, they are wondering. I mean, it won't be far-fetched if I call them probably the worst team in the league at this point. I mean, they probably to Manchester United on Monday, they didn't probably have a goal in about 8 hours of football in the Premier League, and says a lot about the team. I mean, it's looking so gloomy for them, and it looks like relegation is almost certain for them because I don't see them picking up the 3 point against Arsenal at the Emirates. Sorry.
Of course, Wolverhampton might be whipped. Once again, guys, let's go straight to our prediction of this game between Arsenal and Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, so we have predicted Arsenal to win this one, yes, at 1.17 odds. Arsenal to win this one at 1.17 odds. 3-0 at the predicted scoreline and over 2 at 1.22 odds for the expert prediction. And of course, on to the next one. Difficult time for Liverpool, especially Mo Salah, who seems to be going through a lot in the side, but they will be at home against Brighton.
Yes, and a very good Brighton side, if you ask me. I think one of those teams that they will give you a run for your money anytime, any day. And Liverpool at this point, you just don't know what to expect. I mean, they seem to be cruising 2-0 against Leeds last weekend, and all of a sudden, you saw what happened at the end of the game. It's just, coupled with this Salah situation, I mean, it's a big one. It was left out of their Champions League squad. I mean, we don't even know if he will, because the manager has already said he's not sure if he will be back in the team, and that is a big blow psychologically on the side of the manager and even the rest of the squad as well. And I mean, with the Brighton side, they can score anytime, and they will give Liverpool a hard time. But I'll settle for a draw in this one.
Also, I can't go in for a draw in this one. But guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Liverpool and Brighton.
We have predicted goals in this one, over 2.5 at 1.49 odds. The expected scoreline in this one is 2-2, and the expert prediction for this one is second half over 1 at 1.25 odds.
And of course, straight to the next Crystal Palace and the Eagles. Yes, they will be at home against Manchester City. A City side that a lot of people are not really paying attention to but we know they are quality, but then they are beginning to know to grind the results week in, week out.
Yes, I mean it's a Pep Guardiola side at the end
Of
of the
course.
day. I mean, why people are not paying attention to them, I don't know. But I think at this point,
They
people
should people should really
people
be
are
ready.
people should be ready because you don't want the Pep Guardiola side
Of course.
chasing you for the title. I mean, Liverpool can be a witness in that. I mean, and at this period where games are coming thick and fast, I think the experience is there for Manchester City. I think they've been through it. I mean, a couple of times, 2, 3, 4 times,
Of course.
and we know how it ended at the end of the day. But a different Crystal Palace at that too, you know. Although Palace at this point, I think they are navigating Europe and Premier League with a very tiny squad,
Of course.
and I think this is where it might play into Manchester City, and because Manchester City they have the squad depth and they have the technical know-how, and I think they have much more quality in players than Crystal
of course.
Palace. Yeah, I think at the point Crystal Palace will wear out. Sorry to say, I think they will wear out, and I think with just 2 points behind Arsenal at this point, you expect Manchester City to be up for this one, and I think I see them taking the 3 points.
Because Manchester City probably taking all 3 points. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Crystal Palace and Manchester City. Yeah, so we have predicted both teams to score at 1.60 odds. 2-2 the predicted scoreline, and of course Manchester City win or draw at 1.30 odds for the expert prediction. But then Forest will be at home against Tottenham, and of course the prediction for that game we have also predicted both teams to score in that one. Nottingham Forest versus Tottenham at 1.70 odds. 1-1 the predicted scoreline over 1.5 at 1.27 odds for the expert prediction. And straight to the Manchester United versus Bournemouth game. Good win for Ruben Amorim against the Wolverhampton. Expectedly, a lot of people expect United to win convincingly, and of course.
Yes, I was going to say that, and I mean, if you are not winning Wolves, I'm sorry, I don't know whatever games you want to win. I don't know whatever crisis might be going on at Manchester United. I think Ruben Amorim, he has a policy and he's sticking to it no matter the situation. Yeah, expected win against Wolves, but this is a different Bournemouth side.
Of course.
A Bournemouth side that I think they've been poor recently. Yeah, they've been poor recently. They got a good result against Chelsea the last time at home. But coming to Old Trafford, I'll give Manchester United a chance in this one. At Old Trafford, in front of their fans. But my gut feeling is still saying this probably ends in a draw because Bournemouth, like Manchester United as well, they are navigating a game a week as well, and I think they will be fresh for this one. And I see goals in this one, but I think this might end in a draw.
Also, probably might end in a draw. Guys, let's check out our prediction for the game between Manchester United and Bournemouth.
Yes, we have predicted over 2.5 at 1.64 odds, over 2.5 at 1.64 odds, and the expected scoreline in this one is 1-2, 1-2. And the expert prediction in this one is first half over 0.5 at 1.128 odds.
And of course, to the last game, we will be talking about the Battle of the Blues. Yes, Chelsea will be at home against Everton. Everton this season, a team that, a lot of people never predicted this kind of performance or this level from them because in recent seasons they've been struggling. But then, Jack Grealish, Canadi Brazil, all these guys that they have been fantastic for the side.
Yes, they have been. Shout out to, big kudos to their manager. He's doing a very, very fantastic job. I think they're in 16th on the table if I'm not wrong, and I mean that shows a lot of work that has gone into that team. Jack Grealish has stepped up, this role especially, who coincidentally came from Chelsea. He has been fantastic. I mean, he's an alright player. He's a good player, but I mean, he probably found
it's difficult to penetrate into the Chelsea side because
you have a lot of quality side. You have, but in an Everton side where the number 10 position was up for grabs, I mean, he took that with you. And I think he's one of the first name on the team sheet for Everton. Coming into Chelsea, I mean, Chelsea on the other hand, like we saw against Leeds, against Bournemouth, they struggle against teams that defend so well against them, and you should be ready for the same thing against Everton, and Everton side that are very stingy at the back. I mean, like Tarkowski and Keane. I mean, be ready for whatever is coming for you. And Kopama is back, but he still will be rusty for me. He's not back to his best. But in front of their fans at home, I think it might not be a pretty win, might not be a straightforward win, but I expect Chelsea to find a way to grind the results, because there are a lot of teams. If they sleep, there are a lot of teams ready to go above them. I mean,
because the gap is very, very slim.
the gap is very slim, right from the second, third position to the 15th or so position. I mean, it is very tight there, and it promises to be an interesting encounter again this weekend.
Also promises to be an interesting encounter between Chelsea and Everton. Guys, let's check out our prediction for the game between Chelsea and Everton. Of course, so we have predicted a Chelsea win or draw. Chelsea to win this or draw this at 1.19 odds. 2-1, the predicted scoreline, and over 1.5 at 1.25 odds for the expert prediction. And now, guys, let's check out the rest of our picks from the English Premier League, and of course, the bonus pick from the Italian Serie A and the Spanish La Liga. Alright, guys, let's check out our 20 other weekend backers specially created by our experts right here at Bet Ensured on 1xBet. This is one part of this podcast that you don't want to miss. And of course, guys, before we see our buys, don't forget to log on to www.betensured.com. And there you stand the chance of winning $200. Yes, $200 in the Lucky 12 free predictor. Just log on to the website and also sign up on the Lucky 12 free predictor there. If you can get 12 games correctly, you stand the chance of winning $200. And also there are compensations for people who can get 8, 9, 10, 11 predictions correctly. So log on to www.betensured.com now and tap into this. Yes, and this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on the podcast for this weekend. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to join us next week again when we come your way. And of course, right here on the Ensure Zone podcast, remember, we don't just predict the future, we ensure it. Bye for now.